What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Mello with Marty's GMC and Chevrolet, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at this brand new 2025 GMC Sierra Denali EV Max Range. So let's get into it. All right, so today we're talking 2025 GMC Sierra Denali EV Max Range. If you're new to the channel, as with all my reviews, what I'm going to do is a quick walk around the exterior of the vehicle, show you some of the highlighted features there. Once we're done with that, I'm going to put the window sticker up on the screen for you all to take a look at, and then of course we'll go over the interior features as well. I always like to kick things off with the key fob. You can see we've got our lock, we've got our unlock, remote start, drop the tailgate, open the front, panic button, and then we've got our GMC logo there on the back. Now, to kick things off, because I love the lighting, I just hit the unlock button. You're going to see the lighting animations go. If you're seeing them flicker, it's just the way the camera picks it up. It's not actually flickering. But you've got the normal LED lights, and I wish this was darker so you'd get a better indication of it. So you've got your big day running lights, and then you've also got this LED strip that surrounds the grille, and you've also got the GMC logo illuminated as well. At night, it looks incredible. The headlights on this truck are actually down low. So this does nothing to help you see. This is all visual cues, day running lights. Like I said, make sure other people can see you. And then these lighting elements are charging indicators. So when you have it plugged in, you'll see those blue lights. Similar to like the Hummer EV, where you plug the Hummer EV in and you've got the scrolling lights across that LED bar that goes across the top. Also down low, you can see you've got your fog lights. We've got our front parking sensors. I'm gonna step back one more time so you guys can see the front end. I know I'm biased, but there's no way you can't tell me that this isn't the best looking EV truck on the market. Come on, let's all be honest with ourselves. Down low, underneath our illuminated GMC logo, you're gonna see the front camera to your HD surround vision camera system, as well as a little button here. And if we give that button a tap, you're gonna hear a slight alarm, like a beep sound. Maybe the camera picked it up, might not have. That's gonna open up your frunk. Sorry, she's a little wet. I did run her through the car wash. The weather's been a little bit crazy. Haven't had a chance to get it detailed, but it's gonna sell quick, and I wanted to make sure I had a chance to show it all to you before it goes. So these are all the floor mats. We keep those wrapped up, that way they don't get all destroyed. Underneath here, you've got some more storage options. You've also got some cup holders. Genius. So if you're out here, maybe you have a speaker system hooked up because you've got your full power outlet there. You're doing some tailgating. You can throw some drinks there and they're not going to slide all over the place. Great idea. You've also got lighting. And then, if you need to access things like, refill your windshield washer fluid, you can do that as well. I'm going to hit that button again, and that's going to go ahead and shut that. Once again, you're going to hear the little alarm bell go off, and down she goes. All right. Now, 440 miles of range on this thing. I've seen a few people, you don't have to take my word for it, do range tests, and they actually are getting that range. It is a dual motor setup, 754 horsepower, 0 to 60 time just under 4.5 seconds, which is crazy. And when I tell you this thing drives smooth, it's, as an internal combustion fan, massive internal combustion fan, big enthusiast, it is crazy how much better these drive, especially with that low center of gravity. Obviously, you've got that battery in the floor, so the center of gravity is really low. You're on air suspension on this truck, and it is adjustable, and I'll show you how to do that once we get inside. And you probably need that air suspension because we are on some big boy wheels. These are factory 24-inch wheels. Love the wheel design. Thank you, GM, because this style is fantastic. They're wrapped in Michelin tires, 275/50 R24. Once again, beautifully designed, really fits the whole Denali thing. You were looking at a luxury truck, you want that luxury look. 24s will definitely do that. Another thing that I really like about this, small thing, if you've been following the channel for a long time, you've heard me complain about it all the time, we do not have ugly amber markers. They actually smoked these out. No more ugly amber markers. I hated them. I always thought it took away from the look. Thank you, GM. You got rid of the ugly markers. I'm just gonna give you one more side profile of the truck. You'll notice it looks very Chevy Avalanche, and that is for a reason, and you'll see why once we get around this around the back of the truck. You'll also notice right here you've got your turn signal indicators. You've got another camera. Cameras everywhere. I'll show you all the views also once we get inside. Going around the back. Love the taillights. I love the black housing. It just really sets the lighting elements off. And all these EVs, lights are a huge, huge component of the whole look of the truck. Love the animation. Yes, I am a little bit of a nerd. That may be an understatement. So stuff like that makes me really happy. Trailer towing packages, of course, all set up. Business as usual back here. Can tow up to 10,000 pounds. You've got all your plugs set up. There's your hitch. Rear backup sensors. You've got your rear backup camera. Multi-pro tailgate. So for those guys that are multi-pro tailgate fans, don't worry. Nothing changes. However, I will say, even me working here for as long as I have, I still screw these up. So they now gave you little indicators on which button actually does what. Good job. You've got your factory spray and bed liner. Over here on the right side are all your power outlets. So you've got everything you could possibly need, whether you need to charge your house or not, it's all there. You've also got LED bed lighting. You've also got some tie-down hooks, and you've got room for expansion if you need even more tie-down hooks. You'll also notice in the back right there, you see that it looks like a cutout section. So it has the multi-pro midgate, similar to, like I said, it's like the Avalanche. So that whole section can come out and give you more space. Someone's going to kill me if I misquote this. I believe it's 10 feet. You can fit something 10 feet long in here, which is wild. I'm going to make a whole nother video. I'll give you guys a quick glimpse of it in the back and how you take that all apart. As crazy as it looks, it's really quick and easy, but I want to save that for a whole nother video. Go ahead and shut the tailgate. That weighs basically nothing. Give you one more look at the back side of the truck. And even though these steps have gotten a little bit smaller in the corner of the bumper, they still work just fine. And you still have your grab handle. So if you need to throw yourself up into the back of this thing, still nice and easy. And if you have like a bad knee like I do, it's not so bad. Now, I'm going to look over the interior of this thing. There's a ton to talk about. I'm going to try and keep this video as short as possible and just give you all the information, like the highlight reel basically. But I'm going to go ahead and put the window sticker up on the screen right now. Give you all a quick peek at it. Take all your time if you want. If you're on a computer, you can hit print screen and save it. If you're on a mobile phone, obviously you can screenshot it and save it as well. I'll also leave a link to this actual truck so you can take a look at all the photos. You can do whatever you want with the window sticker. But as you can see, 2025 Sierra EV Denali Max Range. I don't have the window sticker in front of me right now. I believe it's a $103,000 MSRP. Black on black. Take a peek at all the features. I'll give you one more second. And I'm going to take this down in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's start with, if I don't lock myself out, let's start in the back. I'm going to step back so you can see the door, something I always forget. Once again, this is a luxury truck, and GMC has stepped things up in the interior game, and they've done it in, it's a simple way, but it does a lot. So you can see like the different materials, how they're stacked right here. You can see Sierra EV right there in the aluminum. You've got the white stitching, black leather, and then you have perforated up here, more aluminum. It just looks really good, multiple materials. You've got these beautiful stainless speaker grills. You've got the Bose audio, of course. And then when we get over here to our seats, once again, I know the floor looks really blank. Remember, looks really plain. The really, really nice floor mats are stored up front under the frunk, so that way, test drives and stuff like that, they don't get all gummed up. Like to keep those fresh for the first owner. So we've got this piping on the side. It's like black and white piping. We've got the gray stitching. And then we've got, I don't even know what to call this design, but it's beautiful. I'm glad GM is finally doing some nicer designs, lifting up for that premium feel when it comes to the Denali interiors. Love this. It looks really good on the new Acadia as well. Very similar design. May even be the exact same. Obviously, we've seen this forever. It's not going anywhere. Armrest drops down, doubles as your cup holder. And then I'm going to show you all really quickly. We're not going to go through the whole thing, but if I wanted to take that midgate out, really simple. You just grab this handle. I have a camera in my hand, and I'm doing this all one-handed. Then you grab this button. Oh, sorry, I lied. Grab this handle. This might be hard to do with one hand. I'm going to make a fool of myself. It's a little bit hard to do with one hand. Make sure your headrests are folded. Drop that down. And then you're going to see, obviously, we do that on both sides. This tab should be locked. You're going to have pull both of these tabs. You're going to yank these. That's going to release your glass. Your glass is going to store right here. So the glass comes out, slides right into this, and then this folds down. Real easy. Like I said, I'm going to do this when I have someone else to record me doing it, so it's a little bit easier than me trying to fumble it around using one hand. It's easy, but, you know, two hands make things a little bit easier. Now, these seats are obviously heated as well, so your passengers in the back don't have to feel left out. You've got your heated seat controls right there, your rear vents, and then you've got two USB-Cs down low, and then another full power outlet. You've also got that nice big glass roof, which I'm a huge fan of. It's funny, some people complain that it doesn't open. From the people that I talk to, a lot of people just buy the sunroof. Maybe I'm crazy. A lot of people buy the sunroof just for the light to be able to come in. If you've driven something with a sunroof, or a big panoramic roof or something like this with a glass roof, and then you drive something without it, it feels really dark inside the interior. So I'm not really mad that it doesn't open. All right, now here's where the fun's gonna start. I'm gonna give you a look at the door. So there is your door. I'm gonna give you a look at the seat. So you've got Denali on the headrest. Once again, matches the back seat, obviously. Nice bolstering. I like the piping. Seats have definitely been upgraded. I'm gonna go inside. Now that we're in here, let all these chimes go. It's gonna tell me to buckle up, and I don't want to. What I am going to tell you is that there is a lot. Actually, let me buckle up just so I can move. I'm gonna move us just a hair out of the sun, just so it's easier for you guys to see this interior. I'm just gonna pull up and pull over here. All these people in this Walmart parking lot are looking at me. Normally I do this at the dealership, but it is crazy there today. And it's hard. Everyone wants to ask me questions once the cameras come out, so. All right, now I'm going to go through this relatively quickly. At least as quick as I can, while still giving you all the information that I think you're gonna wanna hear. So at the end, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll try and answer those as best as I can. If I miss something, let me know too. I know a lot of you have probably been researching these even more than I have, so that worked well. So a lot of times you guys know even more than me. So I'm gonna start on the left side, and I'm gonna work my way to the right. I'm gonna go over everything that's basically in front of me. So over on the right, obviously, we've got our power windows, power mirror controls, we've got our memory seat buttons, power door locks. Down here on the dash, love this. We've got our open pore wood. We've got our black leather. Kind of, once again, stacking materials makes it look a lot nicer, a much more premium feel than previous generation trucks. Down here, we've got our electronic parking brake. Right here is our suspension adjustment. So, you know, I told you have adjustable air suspension. So if I tap this button, you're actually gonna see I have adjustable ride height. I'm gonna bring this up here so you guys can get a better look. The glare I know is terrible, but hopefully you guys can see that where it's giving me an adjustable ride height. In fact, let's go ahead and do this. I usually don't do this. We like the new owners to be able to do that, but it's gonna make it easier for the video for you guys to be able to see. So there's your adjustable ride height with your air suspension. You get your lane departure warning, drop the tailgate, bring up the frunk, your gauge cluster brightness. We've got our trailer brake controller. And then when we come up here to our steering wheel, we've got our Super Cruise, so your hands-free driving. I've been using it for a little while in the Hummer. It is really nice on long drives if you're just gonna be sitting on straight highway forever. If you're here in Massachusetts, $4.95, God, you're just straight forever. It's been really nice. You'll always know if a vehicle has Super Cruise by this strip in the steering wheel, and you'll also see the sensor right here in the column, which is making sure it's actually keeping track of your eyes and making sure you're actually looking at the road. So you don't have all these people that are not paying attention, crashing, things like that. Your cruise control. This is our regenerative braking paddle. So one pedal driving, it's phenomenal. Probably one of the best things about driving an EV. It's something you have to experience. I can try and explain it to you, but it's just going to do no justice whatsoever. So that's, if you were braking and you needed even more braking power, you can hit this paddle. It's going to take that braking power, it's going to send it to the battery to give you more charge and slow you down a little bit quicker. So you can slow down really, really quick in these. Over on the right side of the steering wheel, we've got our heated steering wheel. We've got the Bluetooth hands-free controls. We've also got this icon here. It's going to let us go through all the different options on our 11-inch digital gauge cluster. This view is phenomenal. Obviously, I got my big map here. I still have how fast I'm driving, my distance till empty, and you can just tap this, and it's going to give you all your different views. Once again, something that you're going to want to click through. I'm going to try and move one more time because that sun is just coming through the back. There we go. Let's try that. A little bit better. So that is that. You also have your volume controls, of course, on the back of the steering wheel. And then if we look up, I know it's hard to see. Right there, it looks little and useless and like it's completely irrelevant. But there's a 14-inch heads-up display right here. And it is huge. And it is a fantastic way to keep your eyes looking through the windshield and not looking at all these beautiful screens inside. If you've lived with a heads-up display, it's one of those things where a lot of people, once they have one, they don't want to go without one. This obviously has that. So you've got your 11-inch display in front of you. You've got your 14-inch heads-up display through the windshield. And then if I bring us over here, you've got our 16.8-inch vertically oriented touch display as well. Now, there's a couple things I really love about this. One is, and I'm going to give you this off the rip. Down here, you can see if I touch, I'm adjusting my HVAC controls with the touchscreen. I hate HVAC controls with touchscreens. I think it's terrible. Thank you, GM. These all work. All these toggle buttons work. So you need to bump your fan speed up, give it a couple of taps, go back down. You want to adjust your temperature up or down, you can go ahead and do that as well. Right here through these physical buttons. Love physical buttons. They're less and less manufacturers are keeping physical buttons around. I'm really glad to see that these stuck around. You'll also notice we've got our heated seat controls. You've got every app and option known to man. You get your My GMC, full Google integration, 5G Wi-Fi built in. Obviously, your climate control settings, your Google Assistant. You have the Play Store, so you can download different applications. The map is beautiful on here because the screen is just so big. I'm gonna go down here. You can also adjust these. So just like on your phone where you tap and hold. So like if I press and hold, I can actually move these icons around to however I want them to be. I'm going to tap this up here, and it's going to give me a triple split screen, which is really cool. So I can have my audio, my Google Assistant down here. I can open maps. I'll go through all these. You won't have to do all this all the time, obviously, it's just because it's new. Once again, you're probably seeing some weird lines and stuff. It's just the way the camera's picking it up. It's a beautiful display. It looks awesome. You have a ton of different settings and customizational options. If I tap this button here, it's going to bring up all kinds of different options. There's my rear steering, my crab walk, power windows, my lighting controls. You can also customize, whatever buttons you want here. So if there's an icon or a setting that you use a lot, you can add that down there. There's no start button in here. You just get in and put your foot on the brake as long as you have the key fob and the vehicle starts up. Took me a little while to get used to it, but now it's nice and easy. I actually enjoy it. Trailering system is integrated in, so you can set up trailers and it will remember the trailers for you. You can go in and view all your charging. This could be a 45-minute video in itself, and I'm not going to make you guys watch an entire 45-minute video. So there's your brief overview. Obviously, volume control, they kept that knob here. One thing I will show you, actually, if I go to drive modes, because this is probably my favorite thing, you'll see your drive modes. You've got My Mode, which is your customizable mode, normal, off-road. You've got tow haul. And then you've got your one-pedal driving control here. And then down here is Thor's hammer. And if we hit Thor's hammer, gives you this cool animation, some audible feedback. What that does is that actually bumps you and gives you another 100 foot-pounds of torque. So if you just want a little more power, maybe the guy next to you gave you a little rev and you want to show him who's boss, go ahead and tap that button and then give it all full send, and you'll be off to the races. Safely. Do that safely. You do have a power button on the side, so if you want to shut the screen off, you can. What else do we have? That's kind of the quick, that's a super quick rundown. Like I said, I'll make another video going over more of this. I'm trying to keep this video as short as I can. Big center console. Opened up. There you go. USB-C in there. Lighting. Here's something I think is really cool. And I didn't know about this until I got into one and did it by accident. If I press this right here, I can slide the cup holders back. It gives me kind of a secret storage spot. I can also push that tray up. You can see I've got a little tray under here. Got a power outlet, 2 USB-C ports. If I give that a tap, it'll slide back. And I can push that and slide that back up as well and lock that into place. Cool. I like that. Stuff like that makes me happy. You've got your HD rear camera. That's what I didn't show you. Here's your camera, HD surround vision, every angle you could possibly want. Your most important camera angle, I'm going to tell you right now, is going to be this one. I talk about it in every video. This is the Curb Hunter camera. So if you have to pull this truck up close to a curb, these are 24-inch wheels. You do not want to screw them up. You don't want to scratch them. Use this camera. You can pull up nice and tight. I use it all the time, especially in the Hummer because it's just such a big vehicle. Really comes in handy. But you can see everything. You can see, you know, all the pine needles that are in the bed of the truck, your back view, your overhead front, overhead rear, every view you could possibly want. Go ahead and back that out. So that is that. Up top, you've got your OnStar, obviously, your interior lighting. And that, I think, my friends, we're at the 20-minute mark, so I'm going to call it right now. And I'm going to get back out so you can see the front end. And that is the, as quick as I could do it while still showing you everything, rundown of the 2025 GMC Sierra Denali EV Max Range. As always, I want to thank you all for watching. I'm going to try and get way more videos going over the next couple of days, weeks. We have a bunch of new vehicles coming in, so I'm going to try and give you all walkarounds, give you guys a better idea on you know, what you're going to be looking at before you get to the dealership, make your life a little bit easier so you can make better decisions for yourself before you go ahead and spend $100,000 on a vehicle. Last thing I will note is if you are in Massachusetts right now, there's a $15,000 rebate on this thing. I will leave a link on how you apply for that. I don't think there's any weird stipulations. So far, anyone that's applied has gotten approved. So I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. Once again, if you have any questions, drop those down below. If you're looking for one of these trucks, I don't care what state you are in, let's see if we can make it work. Marty'sGMC.com, or if you're looking for a Chevy, Marty'sChevy.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.